Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We got to make every second count. With DraftKings Sportsbook, you can make the most out of every game day. Bet on your favorite teams for a shot at winning big bucks. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on any matchup. Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now. Use code Shannon. New customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on the NFL. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Nightcap, Daycap. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure you click that subscribe button, that like button. We're now officially at 334,000 subscribers. Remember, Ocho, get us to 350 by Monday, and we'll run a huge giveaway. 10,000, 40, $500 winners. With the holidays, I'm sure some people can use that, and that's what we're here for. We're going to make sure we give back to the people that's been supporting us from day one. So thank you for subscribing. Make sure you click that like button. We've also pinned Shea by Laportier link at the top of the chat. So make sure you go in there and grab your bottle. The holidays around the corner, plus birthdays. Christmas is coming up. Thanksgiving just left. Christmas, New Year's. Make sure you grab a bottle for that special person or someone in your life. Thank you. Thank you again for being so supportive of not only Nightcap, but Shea by Laportier. Let's get right into it, Ocho. The Dolphins go to the go to Met Stadium and beat the Jets 34-13. Tua, 21 of 30, 243, one touchdown, 2 picks and a fumble. Tua now has 5 turnovers in his last 2 games. 3 today, 2 against the Raiders. Reek, 9 catches, a $102, a touchdown. He now has 1,324 yards on the season. With 6 games left, he needs to average 113 yards per game to set the record. What does he need to go over 2K? What does he need to average to go over 2K? Okay, to go over 2K. So he needs 676 yards to reach 2,000.
That's definitely possible. That's definitely possible because with him,
he needs to have that big game, Ocho. He needs to have that 200-yard game.
Yep. And then he can cruise the rest of the way. He can cruise the rest of the way.
Yep. Javon Holland, the Jets get right back in this thing with a pick 6 of their own. And then look like they're driving. And then a Hail Mary, Javon Holland picks a Hail Mary, a Hell Mary, and runs it back 99 yards. Another low point for the Jets because not only did they miss the PAT after they got their pick 6, now you turn around and get another interception and you turn around and give it right back to the Dolphins.
The Dolphins,
So another low light for the Jets on Thanksgiving. Remember, Ocho, the butt fumble happened on Thanksgiving in 2012.
Mark Sanchez,
so the Jets like, damn, like Florida Evans, damn.
Just can't get right. And again, I have a question for you. Obviously, to me, I've been in huge support of Zach Wilson, ever since Aaron Rodgers went down and understanding the makeup and the DNA of what Aaron Rodgers had to work with. It wasn't going to be that of what we thought it was. Just the simple fact that Aaron Rodgers is there with the Jets, we thought, oh my goodness, all problems will be fixed and we're gonna make a Super Bowl run. But you understand the landscape of the team in general, the landscape of the offensive line, regardless of who you put at the helm, regardless of who you put back there, to run, it's just not going to be efficient. We all, a lot of people, a lot of fans, I kept rooting for Zach for the simple fact of the reason is it's nothing for him to work with. It's nothing for him to work with. They have great receivers. They have really, really good receivers, especially Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard.
Garrett Wilson,
But as far as everything else, in order for that offense to work, they have to have a foundation, a good foundation. It all starts up front. So regardless of who you put back there, these are the results you're going to get week in and week out, no matter who it is.
I think the thing is, Ocho, when you're dealing with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, he knows where to go with the football.
Right.
So you're going to probably get better results. I'm not saying you're going to be undefeated. I'm not going to say you're going to have 1 or 2 wins because I give you a prime example. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. With Alex Smith, they're in the playoffs every year. They get Patrick Mahomes, they go to an entirely different level. So I'm not saying that the Jets are going to all of a sudden be, have 1 loss, 2 losses. But I think the mindset changes when you got a historically and a Pantheon great quarterback under center. Now you no longer hope to win. You expect to win. Now you see that defense ball out longer and harder because they know every opportunity that they give Aaron Rodgers, he's probably going to cash it in or at least have a better situation than what they're showing right now.
Right.
So I agree with you. It's not the cupboard is not bursting with talent. It's not.
Right.
And you mentioned Allen Lazard. You do realize he was a healthy scratch today, right?
Yeah. He was out today. You think he was healthy?
They said a healthy scratch. So tell the people at home that don't understand football lingo like you and I, what does healthy scratch mean?
Now, this is a good one. This is a good one for me because, listen, I played for a very long time, as did you. And this is the first time I've ever heard of actually a healthy scratch, which means this must have been something internal that must have happened.
Yeah, he's not playing well. That's what's internal. In 10 games, he has 20 catches, 290 yards, and a touchdown. And they're paying him $11 million a year. That's what's internal. That's what's going on.
Wait a minute. So I doubt he's a healthy scratch because of that. Because
I'm just going by what the television said. I'm just going by what the report said.
I don't think they know what they're talking about. I don't think they know what they're talking about. They definitely not going to use Lazard as no goddamn scapegoat. I would hope
Allen
Lazard
that. Is a healthy scratch versus the Dolphins.
Yeah,
NFL.com says Allen Lazard is a healthy scratch against the Dolphins. Ocho, at some point in time, you're going to run out of excuses for the receivers.
I'm not making no excuses. How you going? Wait a minute. First, the offensive line plays bad. The quarterback plays bad. So now you're trying to say
we passed that. We're talking about Allen Lazard being a healthy scratch. Don't go back to the offensive line. They ain't got to do with him.
So wait a minute. In order for him to get the balls to be productive, what else does he need?
So why isn't Garrett Wilson a healthy scratch? Why isn't Conklin a healthy scratch?
Who said that was the reason he's a healthy scratch?
NFL.com is reporting that Allen Lazard is a healthy scratch.
Why is he a healthy scratch is what I was asking. I said something might have happened
He's
internal.
averaging 2 catches a game and he's making $11 million a year. Could that clear it up for you?
So you blaming him for that? You blaming Lazard for the attempt that are coming his way?
Who you blaming?
Wait a minute. You can't be serious right now.
Who you blaming?
Are you blaming Lazard for the opportunities that he's caught that have come his way?
I'm asking you if why isn't Garrett Wilson a healthy scratch?
We don't know why he's a healthy. We don't know why Allen Lazard is a healthy scratch. We don't know. I said it was something.
The 27-year-old struggles. Hold on. The 27-year-old struggles to create separation, has 4 drops. His 9.8 drop percentage is second worst among all receivers with at least 30 targets. Let's try again. Now go ahead. Take off.
So wait a minute. So he's the only motherfucker. Excuse me, I ain't mean to curse. God forgive me.
We're talking about him. Don't talk about everybody else with receivers. Okay. We're talking about Allen Lazard. About him.
That is no reason for nobody to be a healthy scratch. Because I can bring up stats for everybody dropping balls. I can do the same thing. Ocho. Okay, but I'm just saying that's not a reason why he's a healthy scratch. That makes no sense.
What you mean it doesn't?
Makes no sense.
So, okay, tell me what makes sense.
It don't make no sense. You talk about he's a healthy scratch because he dropped goddamn ball. Who the fuck don't?
He's not playing well, Ocho. Why can't you accept
it's a bunch of receivers not playing well.
We're talking about him. Ocho. See, what you try to do is talk about this guy dropped ball.
No,
we're not talking about everybody else. Let's deal with what we have.
It don't matter. What they're trying to do is find a goddamn excuse and trying to find a goddamn scapegoat by making him a healthy scratch. And it ain't for the motherfucking work. It ain't gonna work.
It already worked because they sat him down.
It ain't for the work. They think they slick. They think the way the business is run is some goddamn it's a bunch of bullshit.
It's a
bunch of bullshit.
Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb, I think he was active today, but he was inactive the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Randall Cobb and Lazard Aaron Rodgers at Aaron Rodgers' request.
Yeah.
They're making $15 million. And they haven't got the production that they thought they were going to get. There have been other receivers that's playing with bad quarterbacks that doesn't drop 10% of the passes, that has more than 20 catches in 10 games. So stop trying this.
Are we talking about the same Jets offense that we've been seeing for the past 10 weeks? That same offense that can't throw a goddamn ball down the field, anything past 5 yards.
Hold on.
That same Jets offense we talking about? Is that the Jets offense we talk about? The same one where we blame Zach Wilson for every goddamn thing and he running for his life every time he dropped back. That goddamn Jets offense? How do you expect the receivers to produce if they can't even get the goddamn ball off?
The same Jets offense that you told me the last 2 weeks that Allen Lazard dropped too many passes. He got to make those plays, and you know that he will. And if he gets another opportunity,
listen,
that
what
Allen Lazard.
what they doing is they think they slick over.
I'm just based on what you say.
They think they slick. They think they slick over there in New York, trying to use him as the scapegoat.
Ocho.
He's making the money he's making based on what he's been able to do. But now he's at a shit show and he can't produce like he should. And now we're gonna have him a healthy scratch and try to put the goddamn onus on him. That's some fucking bullshit.
So he's the only one that's playing with a poor quarterback and a poor offensive line that's not producing.
Who else?
No. You tell me.
Who else?
You the one that's out here telling the public.
Please, let's look at the landscape of the
NFL.
Go ahead,
take off.
Who else is bad? Who else is
take off.
as bad as that? Huh?
You're telling me, so I want you to name the players. That's your argument. I didn't make that argument.
No, I'm asking you the question. You say
no.
I don't see nobody else.
I'm not going to complete your test for you.
Wait a minute. Listen to me now. Stay with me, baby. It's 32 teams in the NFL.
Yes.
I ain't heard of a healthy scratch in I don't know how long. As long as I played, I never heard of having a healthy scratch because they weren't producing. Never heard of that ever before. Never.
Ocho.
All of a sudden, now he's not living up to his expectation. He's a healthy scratch. I know what it sounds like to me. You know what? Well, we gonna blame why didn't they make Zach Wilson a healthy scratch? Huh? Why didn't they make the quarterback a healthy scratch?
He's the number 3.
All right.
He's number 3. Travis Etienne was number 2.
Here we go. All right.
But Ocho.
All right.
But you want the people at home to believe that in your 11, 12-year NFL career that 13. You never heard of a healthy scratch, that somebody wasn't playing well. I'm just hold on, Ocho. Hold on.
Wait, my mayor thing fell out. Hold on. God damn it. My bad, baby. I'm coming. Hold on.
Go ahead.
God damn it.
Maybe you swallow it because you damn sure weren't listening.
All right, there you go, right there. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that.
So you want the people that's listening to us now or watching us now to believe in your 11, 12-year career.
13.
Never heard 13-year career.
Yeah.
That you never heard of a player that wasn't playing the way the team thought he should and be scratched from the ball game. You've never heard of that.
Absolutely not. No, wow. Absolutely not. And Unc, I wouldn't sit here and lie to you, baby. You know I wouldn't lie to you. I know I play around a lot, but you can see how passionate I am about this goddamn topic. So you know I'm not playing around. Listen, Allen Lazard, Cobb, Garrett Wilson give you your best chance to win, regardless of what they have offensively at receiver. They give you your best chance to win. Shit is already bad. So you take one of the best that have been very productive. Let me finish. That have been very productive throughout their career to this point. That was brought over at the request of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. So you mean to tell me one of the best that have been productive with Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden comes over and he's not playing the part because the entire offense in itself ain't doing a goddamn thing, but he's a goddamn healthy scratch because he can't produce.
Well, maybe they're not.
Make that make motherfucking sense. That's like me having a goddamn car and riding on goddamn 4 donuts, and I'm mad. I can't goddamn drive like it ain't driving like it should.
Well, maybe they're not. Why Allen Lazard is not Devontae Adams. Maybe his stats are a little bit more glorified because of Aaron Rodgers, and so without Aaron Rodgers, it's not working. Have you thought about that? Did that thought ever cross your mind? It's a simple yes or no.
No, I don't like where you're going with that. Because Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams. He has a different type of DNA about him. Allen Lazard is Allen Lazard. He's a completely different type of receiver than the comparison that you just made.
And more reliant on great quarterback play than Devontae Adams is. Thank you. You make my point.
Child, please. All right. Next up. Wow, you got me 38 hot, boy. I'm mad.
You mad at me? You should be mad at
I'm not mad at you. I just know you know the business and you know what the fuck they slick ass trying to pull over there, trying to have him at a fucking healthy scratch, knowing goddamn well you put Jerry Rice in that goddamn offense, he'll look just like that too. That's how bad it is. And I mean, come on, man.
What you mean?
You see what's going on over there? Do you see what's going on? We done watched the Jets for the past 10 goddamn weeks, and you think Allen Lazard has anything to do with the motherfucking issues in that goddamn offense? That's bullshit.
I just want you to understand that when you put your hands up like this here and say no disrespect, whether intent doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't say anything disrespectful, though. I didn't say anything disrespectful.
But you said no disrespect. I'm just trying to tell you, whether you intended it or not, when you say what you said, it's going to be disrespectful, because intent only matters to you because you didn't intend it to be disrespectful. But the person that's receiving the criticism is going to feel just as disrespectful.
I didn't criticize nobody. I just said as a whole in its entirety. And we've all watched it for the past 10 weeks. And all I've done is done my due justice and due diligence in trying to get people to understand that are watching. There's a reason why number 2 isn't able to be efficient at what he does. Is because of more than just a goddamn Alan Lazard, more than just Garrett Wilson, more than goddamn Randall Cobb. It's more to it than just that, and you know that. You goddamn put goddamn Mother Teresa at goddamn quarterback, and she gonna be pissed because she'll walk right off because there ain't nothing she gonna be able to do either.
But you and I both know that there's situations that some receivers function better when they have a better quarterback, but the thing is, some receivers can elevate a quarterback play. Some quarterbacks can elevate a receiver play. Would you agree with that statement? I
do agree with that statement. Okay. I like where you're going with that. I love where you're going with that. Small case in the scenario.
Yes.
D-Hop. When he was with Houston. He had a merry-go-round. Osweiler,
Case Keenum. Yes. Do you see what he was
do you see what he was able to do?
Yes.
Now, given the circumstances on what the Jets have to work with, I don't think there's any quarterback in the NFL playing right now that you can put and switch any quarterback on any team and put them on the New York Jets, and the offense would be any better than what we've seen to date.
You don't think so?
No, what do you think? Tell me what you think. Be honest with me. Be honest with the people that are watching.
If we put any other receiver in that offense.
I said any other quarterback. Leave the receivers as B. Any other quarterback in this NFL and put him in that offense, would anything be any different? Be honest with yourself. Now, based on what you've seen the past 10 weeks. Oh boy, you got me. I'm glad. I like this goddamn topic. Come on.
I do think, because here's the thing, Ocho, the mind is unbelievable tool. Because I don't believe that when the offense takes the field, that they believe the guy that's under center gives them a great chance of winning.
Whoa, the offense, but listen, that has nothing to do with nothing. You have a job to do. You are playing when you go out on that field as an offense, it's an individual battle between you and the motherfucker in front of you. You can't be worried about what the goddamn quarterback got to do. Because if you're doing, listen to me, if you a belief, you got to believe you could win every battle, because if you were doing your job, then your quarterback.
You just told me you couldn't win with those quarterbacks.
Let me finish.
Just spent 10 minutes telling me you couldn't win with those quarterbacks.
How you gonna cut me off and I ain't finished? You talk about the offense go out there with no belief. What belief? You got a job to do.
Ocho.
You got a job to do as an offensive line. You got a job to do. When you line up, there's a face in front of you. Your job is to block the face in front of you. And when you do your job individually, it makes the quarterback job easy to be able to get the ball to the goddamn receivers. No matter, ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn belief.
So you believe in New England that the guys had the same belief and everybody else that played quarterback when Tom Brady was out for whatever reason as they had in Tom Brady. Yes or no?
Whoa. We talk about a great offensive line.
They had a great offensive line.
They had a great offensive line. Why do you think they were able to go from Tom Brady to McAsale and still make the playoffs? They had a great line.
They didn't make the playoffs that year. They did not make the playoffs that year. They went 10-6.
When they went 10-6?
Yes. Yeah, they went 10-6. So I'm asking you a simple question, Ocho. So you believe that Kansas City, if when Patrick Mahomes comes out and they put another quarterback in, you believe they have the same belief in that quarterback as Patrick Mahomes? You believe it's Justin Herbert where to come? So you believe? Hold on. I'm gonna give you one better. I'm gonna give you something that's tangible for you. So you believe that Jamar Chase and those receivers have the same belief in Nagel and Jake Browning as they have in Joe Burrow.
You're confusing me. What does the belief have to do with anything? You have a job to do when you walk on the field.
It doesn't mean anything.
As a receiver, get the fuck open. If you don't have Joe Burrow, if I'm Jamar Chase, I don't care who at the helm. The X's and O's when the
sounds
play is
good.
called,
That
I'm
sounds
gonna be
good in
open.
theory. That sounds good in theory.
Well,
that sounds good.
I'm telling you how I operate. I don't care who at the helm. I got a job to do, and I'm going to go out there and do my job. They don't pay. They don't pay my belief to worry about who's that quarterback. They paying me to get the fuck over, catch balls, and score touchdowns.
That's what they pay you to do. They do that. They do that just because you're trying to get
belief. You got that's too much going on. You got too much to worry about already. Why are you worried about who the fuck playing quarterback? That's too much.
That's for the
GM. That's for the head coach. That's for everybody else to worry about.
I disagree. That's it. We're gonna move along. Jerry Jones ranks this Thanksgiving win over the Commanders as one of the top Cowboy moments. He said, "I don't know if I've had a better day like this." And I'll include all of them. I'll put Super Bowls in there. I don't know if I've ever had a better day with the Cowboys than today. Jerry, what are you talking about? Jerry Jones, about 5 years ago, says,
"Yes, sir.
You don't know the size of check that I'll be willing to write to win one more Super Bowl." Now, he didn't say that about a regular season game, Ocho. He didn't say, "You don't believe the size of a check that I would write to win a game against the Commanders on Thanksgiving, or I win a regular season game." He says, "You don't believe the size of the check that I'd be willing to write to win one more Super Bowl," because he's starting to come to grips with this mortality. He realizes that he has less time than more time on this earth. And for him to say that, why would he say that, Ocho, when you know that's not true? Nobody that's won a Super Bowl would take a regular season win over a Super Bowl and say you feel just as joyous.
I see more about Jerry, and if obviously being the face and always wanted to be in front of the camera, I think he was more so in the moment and really not thinking about what happened in the past, more so just speaking just to be speaking. That's what I call living in the moment for the time being that you are in right now. If Jerry Jones wants to win the Super Bowl, he can put together a team to do so. Right now, defensively, he's done a great job. There's no reason. Offensively, they are awesome. All they need is for Dak to be Dak the way he is in the regular season, be the exact same way, be very efficient, don't turn the ball over, and get CeeDee Lamb involved, get Gallup involved, goddamn get Cooks involved in the goddamn postseason, and they will be just fine. The only issue is, just like the Dolphins, we haven't got, I think we talked about the Dolphins already, right?
Yeah, we can go back and talk to them. After we finish, we'll go back and talk to the
Dolphins.
Just
two things. One thing about the Cowboys and the Dolphins, they are in somewhat very alike. Offensively, the Dolphins, to me, much higher ceiling and much better. Dak in that offense, very good as well. Obviously, them having a defense, I've given them the edge defensively over the Dolphins. One thing that they haven't done the entirety of this season is they haven't beat a winning team or a team above 500. Neither of them. So at some point, that's when the reality sets in. Once you get to the postseason, and that's it. That's all they got to do.
But I'm trying to understand. After Jerry last won the Super Bowl in '95. So it's been almost 3 decades. And you're saying a team like the Commanders, you've never felt. I mean, look, I've won some big games, but when you win the Super Bowl, Ocho, and you know that's the ultimate prize. Nothing. Even the second and third Super Bowls, which I won, didn't bring me the joy and the gratitude and the gratification that the first one. And you mean to tell me a regular season game, you've been as excited equally to or more so than a Super Bowl? That's the crescendo.
Do you think maybe he said that to continue to get the headlines once again? To say something ridiculous to that like that? Because what's the first thing everybody gonna be talking about? Just to keep themselves in the headlines. That's exactly what that was.
But when you have the Cowboys, you're gonna get the headlines.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Your fan base, they're loyal, they're devout. You generate the ratings. You are a cash cow. It goes without saying. You see, think about it. Lionel Messi doesn't say anything, does he? He Lionel Messi. He doesn't need to talk.
Yes, sir.
Some people, they don't need to talk. It goes without saying. When you're that entity, you don't hear the Google CEO talking. You don't now. Elon Musk is a different animal with Tesla. But you don't hear people from Google or Salesforce or Microsoft. You don't hear them talking. The business speaks for itself. And I just don't get what I don't believe. I tell you what, this is what I do know. As much as the Cowboy fans love their Cowboys, I don't think any Cowboy that was alive during this time and understands what those Super Bowls meant in the 90s, I don't think that one fan believed Jerry. I don't think one
not.
fan believes
Probably
it.
not. I think at this point, as much as Jerry talks, as many things as he says, whether you agree or disagree with him, those that are part of that Cowboy fan base take it with a grain of salt. I think they take everything he says with a grain of salt because they are worried and focused on production in the postseason, and nothing else matters. Nothing else matters.
Yes, because when you had as much success as Dak has had in the regular season, what's the next step? I mean, because you say, okay, it's incremental steps, and you have to. There's a process. You win, you lose. Okay, now we consistently win. And each year you like to think that we can progress a little further. And they haven't been able to get past that divisional round and even getting back to an NFC championship. So now that's the measuring stick for that.
Right.
If you want to be thought of in that little small group, let's see, Joe Burrow has gone to 2 AFC championship games, got to a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, we're not even talking about him because there hasn't been a year in which he's been a starter that he didn't make the AFC championship. In 3 of those 5 years, he found himself in the Super Bowl, and he's won 2 Super Bowls. So we understand. But if you want to be thought of as those quarterbacks or those legendary, you got to go further, Ocho. Because right now, what's the difference between him and Tony Romo? Tony Romo won division. Tony Romo won, but he wasn't able to advance past the divisional round. And that's what the Cowboys, when you look at Staubach and you look at the guys that has those Lombardis lined up in Jerry's office, the reason why they became legendary, the reason why they became folklore is because they were able to capture the ultimate. And that's what it comes down to in this sport. In pro sports, there's on this menu, Ocho, there's only 2 things you can order: wins and losses. They don't even come with water. They don't give you no napkins. You get wins and losses. That's all you get. And so I just think that I've been receiving some criticism for something that I said last night. I said he led the league in interceptions consistently, but y'all know I meant turnovers. So let me clarify what I said. Dak has finished in 7 years 3 times in the top 10 in total turnovers. 4 times if you count the year, because he was top 5 the year that he broke his ankle and missed the rest of the season. So and he finished first last year, tied for first last year, and he missed 5 games. So I think if somebody finishes top 4, top 10, 4 of the 7 years he's been in the league, don't you think that would qualify as someone that's turnover prone, Ocho?
Somewhat based on numbers. Everything is about numbers. Everything is about
Ocho,
numbers.
let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
In 10 years, if you finish top 10 in drops for those 8 seasons, what would people consider, Ocho?
Drops.
If you finish top 10 in fumbles in 4 of the 8 years you've been in the league, they're gonna say you got a fumbling problem.
Right.
I'm just Ocho. 2 things can be true. Dak can be playing really well, and he's had a history of turning the ball over. Why they don't have to be mutually exclusive? And I think sometimes people lose sight of that 2 things can be true. He can be a good player, and Adrian Peterson was a historically great running back. But what did he have a problem doing, Ocho? Fumbling the football.
Yeah.
So are we denying that? No, it happened.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away the fact that they are great at what they do.
Right. And so the problem is that when Dak has gotten into the playoffs, that bug has reared its head.
You know what? One thing about it, and I know them boys going to see this, to take some of the pressure off of Dak, to me, I think, which would help with some of the interceptions and some of the things like that, I need my receiving core to raise their level of play. I need CeeDee Lamb to always be open.
CeeDee playing out his mind, Ocho.
I know he playing out his mind. I need Gallup. I need Brandon Cooks. I'm talking about every time something is called, every time a play is called, you just got to be there for your quarterback. I'm talking about like insurance. You know, if something happened to you and you got insurance, you know that insurance is gonna cover you no matter what. I want Dak to be able to be blindfolded and be able to count and be able to throw a ball without even looking and knowing his receiver is gonna be there for him every single time. Every time. And I think when you get that type of trust in your quarterback and receiver, knowing he's gonna be there for me, they're gonna be fine, especially come playoff time.
Yeah, well, CD has played this year like a top 5 receiver.
Crazy.
You and I debated with top 10. I was like, okay, borderline top 10, but he's played like a top 5 receiver. Mm-hmm. I think it goes without question saying that Tyreek has been the best receiver, and then AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson was balling out of his mind before he tweaked that hamstring. Chase is Chase. Keenan Allen has been phenomenal.
Crazy.
But CD has been legit. CD has been, I think he had 3 straight games with double-digit catches and 150-plus yards, something that had never been done in NFL history. He did that. He's showing it's going to cost you a lot of money to re-sign him because he's in the 4th year. He got that contract coming up. Guess what? You got that boy dog on the other side, number 11, double hockey sticks. He coming up. He gonna want his paper.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to, and guess what? Dak's going coming up. What you going to do with Dak?
Yeah.
Dak win the Super Bowl, that's automatically $50 million.
It's a wrap.
It is a wrap. He gets to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Now he's thrown his name into the MVP discussion with the way he's played the last 2 weeks with the touchdown, the interception, the touchdown high, interception rate low. He's thrust his name into the equation.
Right.
But that's a great problem to have, Ocho. I'd rather have that problem in dealing with paying guys after I've won a championship as opposed to like, who do I pay? And we haven't reached the ultimate pinnacle yet. Right. So Dak continue to play well. I was just pointing out those are some of the things, and you just can't look at the positive. Yeah, you look at guys, okay, Dak's playing well. I think you and I discussed that last night. Yeah. He was clean. I'm talking about for Sunday clean.
Yeah,
listen, I'm talking about church anniversary clean.
Yeah,
I'm talking about health inspection clean.
He was clean as the board of health. That's how clean he was.
Yeah. Hold on. There's someone in the chat said, Ocho, you just ran about Lazard. Now you're saying that the Cowboys need to up their play.
No. Huh? I don't think he understand what I was talking about, huh? When you get into the postseason, the receivers.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that's gonna happen when you get into the postseason? We doubling CD. So I need Gallup and I need Brandon Cooks to do exactly what he do, exactly like his last name say. I need you to cook every time. And they've been playing really well.
I think what they're saying is that when Aaron Rodgers goes out, Alan Lazard should have said, "Hey, I'm going to up my play." I think that's the argument that they're making. Wait a minute. Listen, you can't. They don't have the same structure now. We talk about the Cowboys. Don't do that. Now we can't compare the Jets offense and the Cowboys offense. Now, come on, now, stay with me. You said it didn't matter with offense. You said it doesn't matter. You said they got a job to do.
Are they doing the job? Are they doing the job in New York? Are they doing the job in New York?
Are
they doing the job?
I've been telling you that from day one, and you argue me down.
I'm arguing you down because Zach can't do his goddamn job because the job in front of him ain't doing theirs. And
has he ever done his job?
How the person in the chat don't understand what I'm saying? How you don't understand what I'm saying?
Hey, someone else in the chat said, Ocho, low key, you canceled your own argument, bro.
Nah, they don't know. See, I hate talking with football with people that don't know goddamn football. I would talk about the interception. I'm thinking about the interception that I've seen last year in the postseason. It was going to the receivers that were motherfucking covered.
Everybody want to know like what my T-shirt be saying. That's a horrible idea. What time? The athletic. Hold on. You want to go back to Tua? Ocho, I got some concerns.
Yeah.
Because the turnovers are starting to rise. You see, that's 2 games. The last 2 games, 5 turnovers. That's concerning because come playoff time, Ocho, you turn the ball over 3 times, 2 times, you're going home.
You're going home. But listen, we just talked about that. Did we not just talk the other night? That was last night, matter of fact. That goddamn out route. That goddamn out route.
You late when it's gone. It's gone.
If you try to hitch, when you hit that 3rd step, the ball got to be gone. The ball got to be gone. If you're going to miss, you either miss wide or you miss out of bounds.
Yes.
One or the other. We just talked about that. Very difficult throw.
And plus, Tua doesn't have the strongest arm to begin with.
You don't think so?
No, Ocho. What you mean, do I think so?
Listen, I ain't seen Tua up close now. I ain't seen him up close to be able to judge
you just saw that
strength.
Throw. No, he ain't got no arm. He has to throw with incredible anticipation, kind of like Brock Purdy. But I think Brock Purdy anticipatory skills are as good as that we've seen.
Right.
He just doesn't have like Mahomes can anticipate, but Mahomes can throw the ball through an eye of a hurricane. Right. There's a difference. Marino had that kind of anticipation, but he had arm strength. You know, a lot of times we see guys with great anticipation. They don't have the Josh Allen or the Brett Favre or the Patrick Mahomes, the John Elway type arm strength. Tua, he can, if he's ever late, it's going the other way.
Going the way,
It's really that simple.
Yeah, okay.
Because because on that out route, because here's the thing: when you run that speed out, Ocho, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you hit 10 and roll to 12,
that ball got to be gone. Been gone.
Yes. Because if you miss, the DB's on your hip. That's why you speeding out of the thing, because you're rolling away from him. If you miss, you're going to hit him in the chest.
Right.
You hit a guy on the chest on the out route, it's going to the house.
Yeah.
Unless it's like 80 yards and you miss with Tyreek. Tyreek will chase him down. But other than that, that's to the house.
Yeah.
He's got a full head of steam one way, and you rolling the other way, it's over.
Yeah,
it's kind of it's the same on that Hail Mary that the Jets. I looked at Ash when the guy intercepted. I said, "He finna run this back," and she looked at me like, I said, "Because you got to understand, all the receivers are in the end zone,
down the end zone. Yeah,
you ain't got number lineman and a non-athletic quarterback that's about to try to make the tackle. You had a running back in there. He got a block. Boom, it's over.
Got block. It's a wrap. Yeah,
it's just like Alabama. The kick six is kind of like a deep interception. Well, you got the receivers right there. So the guy gets the ball running back this way, it's over. Like I said, unless you got a Tyreek or a DK, somebody that can chase him down. But in that situation, you're asking an awful lot. That's concerning for me. Yes, they're dangerous. They still had two guys over 100 yards today. One guy had 10 catches. I think the other guy had 9 catches. Tyreek and Waddle both went over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Basically, all the yards came between those two guys. I think both between them, they had like 220 or the 243 that Tua had, but the interceptions, but the turnovers are starting to concern me. Okay, let's look at this. Athletic released their annual player survey. Players were asked about their favorite stadium to play in.
Ooh, that's what do you
think? What do you think the number one stadium to play in was?
The number one?
Yes. This was easy for me. I got it because it was my favorite.
Your number one or everybody else?
No, it was there. It was at the players, current players, anonymously were asked their favorite stadium.
Trying to think. I'm thinking I'm gonna just go with the two loudest stadiums. That wouldn't be a favorite though. Arrowhead or the 12-man out there in Seattle.
Arrowhead was number one.
It was. That's a good one. That's
U.S. Bank Stadium, which is Minnesota Stadium, was number 2. Yeah, it's loud. But to go there and to see, it's a sea of red.
Yeah.
And they bring that B2 bomber over, and it's just like hovering. And it's right there, but you don't hear it until it gets past you. And then it is rumbling. The stadium is actually rumbling. And all you see is red. And when the national anthem and the home of the Chiefs.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
It's you can feel the wind of all those people saying Chiefs.
Right.
Feel it. And it just gives you goosebumps. And you know you got to be on your best behavior. Now, when we played them, they're mile high. Yeah. But you have to understand it was different because when I played them in the 90s, they were all a defensive team.
Right.
They were loaded. They had DT. They had Dale Carter. They had Dale Carter, DT, Neil Smith, James Hasty. They had Deron Cherry, Martin Bayless. They Dan Salamua, Joe Phillips. They were loaded on the defensive side. And, they had Barry Ward, Christian Okorie. So Marty Schottenheimer was the coach. They run the ball. Marty wasn't going to do anything crazy and then turn it over to his defense. And and you see they get you backed up. DT run in the end zone and do this. That's what y'all want to see? And the fans go crazy. Oh, yeah. He said, that's what y'all want to see?
Yeah.
Okay. They get you backed up, Ocho. They get you backed up. It got so loud, they had to change the rules because Dan told us, we went there one time, and Dan says, John, if you can't hear, just turn to the official and tell him you can't hear.
Well, why not go on silent count?
But that was before the silent. There was no silent count. Teams ended up going to the silent count, but the official would make the home crowd, quiet down so you could hear the snap. And they said if you didn't quiet down, they would start taking timeouts.
Oh, okay.
The NFL said, no, we can't have that. That's the whole purpose of having home field advantage to have your crowd get into it. So they changed the rule, and then everybody started going on the silent count.
Okay.
Arrowhead was number 1, U.S. Bank Stadium. The Vikings was number 2. The least favorite stadium to play in. What do you think the players voted?
I'm trying to think. I would go, well, obviously the Raiders aren't at the black hole, so they it's nice over there. So the black hole wouldn't be. Trying to think least favorite.
I got both of these.
Which fan base is really crazy? Maybe the Eagles.
Eagles.
What about the Eagles? Yeah. Eagles or the Eagles?
No, not the Eagles. Eagles, no. The old Eagles, when I played, the Eagles used to play at the Vet, which was turf. It was concrete with basically a carpet laid on top of it.
Ouch.
It was terrible, yes. The players voted MetLife is where the Jets and the Giants play.
Oh, that is a bad stadium.
And FedEx Field. Because remember, they just had no cold, they had no hot water just last week. So and the toilets been backing up from what I've heard. But crazy. When I played, I would say Vet, the Eagles played, the old Astrodome, they did away with that before you got into the league.
Yeah.
Cleveland Municipal Stadium was a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dump, Ocho. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Yeah. The most annoying fan base.
Well, it got to be the Eagles.
I know you're going to get this.
They crazy.
Who you got number?
The Eagles. Man, the Eagles threw snowballs at Santa. You know they ain't wrapped too tight.
They say Santa ain't bring them ish. So he deserved it.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles were number 1. Who's number 2?
Number 2, fan base that's really crazy.
Ocho, come on now.
It's a good one. Because the Bills.
Nope.
No.
Most annoying.
Oh, annoying. Oh, okay. The Cowboys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. But see, I came along. We didn't really know how annoying a fan base was because there's no social media. So there was nobody online. Oh, y'all, you suck. Cowboy Nation and Eagles fly, whatever the Eagles fly, because I think Ravens flock, Eagles fly. There was none of that going on. So we didn't get it until you got there. But every fan base was rabid. Check this out. Coach, other than your own, that you would wanted to play for.
What players?
Yep.
Oh, that's an easy one. In that Andy Reid offense.
Nope.
Yeah, and what?
He wasn't one.
How he wasn't one? So depending on who you ask, if you have an offensive player, he was 3. So who would be 1 if you had a coach that would you like to play for?
I mean, that was easy for me. I got number 1. I went with Andy Reid 2, but I got this one number 1. No hands. Mike Tomlin.
That's a
matter of fact, Mike.
That's a good one. I like
number
Mike.
2,
Mike is a good one.
Number 2 was Mike McDaniel.
That's another good one. You notice everybody you just named are player coaches.
I thought they would have named Kyle Shanahan. Can you imagine in that offense?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Those and they all everybody that those top 3 are all player coaches and relate very well to the players.
Danny donated $70. He asked Unc and Ocho, what are the best parts of playing in the NFL? What are the worst parts? I'll let you go first. What's the best part?
Let me see. The best part and competing. As a matter of fact, the best part to me is the game, being able to compete, getting up, practicing, showing up to meetings, going through the game plan, going out, executing the game plan, and then going out Sunday and trying to execute it the exact same way, you did, obviously, that you worked on in practice. For me, the entertainment value that I was able to bring to the game, though, was bar none and one of the best things for me. The bad thing, what would be the bad thing? I don't
know about you with injuries. The injuries. I got two repaired hips. I got a repaired eye. I had a dislocated hip.
Damn.
I got a fractured collarbone that still had the heal.
God damn, you got fucked up. Listen, I didn't have the injuries, but the only bad thing for me was the fact that the entertainment value that I brought to the game, they saw me as a villain and they kept taking my money over it. I think that was the only now everything is accepted.
Yeah, I think for me, the camaraderie. See, I enjoyed the game,
man.
But I love the practice. I love the practices. I love the meeting. I love the locker room. I love the bus rides. I love the plane.
Yeah.
I love all of that, the bonding and the journey to get to that destination, which is the Super Bowl, and to win that. That's the look, and the money, the money, because it gave me an opportunity to take care of my family in a way that I probably never could have. Maybe I could have, but I didn't really love anything as much as I love football. Now, had I not been able to fulfill my dreams, I was going to law school. I was going to be, and I think I could have been. I think people like my debating skills. I think I'd have been a damn good lawyer.
Well, okay, Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Johnny Cochran, Willie Gary. Jerry Spence. I'd have been one of them. One of them, the big time guys. And so I think that's the best part, Ocho, is the opportunity to provide for your family at a level that you probably didn't even dream of. Because even though I was going like playing in the NFL, man, if you got $1 million in the NFL, when I first got there, man, you were making big time money.
Right.
It wasn't no $7, $8, $10 million deals going on. As a matter of fact, when I first got to the NFL, there wasn't even no free agency. There wasn't no free agency. So they offered you had to take whatever they offered. That's why a lot of these guys stayed with one team forever, Ocho. Where you going?
Right.
Where you going?
Yeah.
And so and that's what you saw is that these great teams, all of them got, you look at the Steelers, Joe Green, Mel Blount, Lambert, Ham, Bradshaw, they traded Franco, Stallworth, Swan, Webster. All those guys get old at once. Then what do you got? All those guys are Hall of Famers, but they're retiring within a year or two of each other. Then what?
Yeah. And when I think about it, I never really thought about, the money and the financial aspect of it, because I was so busy enjoying the game the same way I did when I was a little shorty. The same way I played football. I tell you no lie, Unc. The same way I played football at Liberty City Optimist, at Miami Beach Senior High, or Miami Lakes Optimist when I played them. I'm talking about back in 1988. It's the same way I played the game once I got to the NFL. And the fact that they tried to get me to conform and change the way I played the game, it wasn't happening. And the funny thing about it, when we think about the NFL and when you don't abide by the rules, I didn't break the rules. I just bent them just a little bit because I felt the game should be played in an entertaining. Listen, I felt the game should be played in an entertaining fashion. So the first thing they think, well, we gonna take what you think we gonna take what we think you value most. That's where the fines come in at. But Lord behold, man, I'm not here for the money, because I'm gonna make that regardless. I'm gonna play the game the way I play as a little shorty and have fun doing it. Because when my time is up, I don't want no regrets about, damn, I should have did this while I was playing.
Rod 870 asks, who is the better route runner, Ocho or AB?
That's a good
one. Yeah, now you over there bumping them. You
know what the funny thing about it? Is people won't even know. Me and AB trained together for the past, what?
They ain't ask you that.
13, 14 years.
They ain't ask you that. They ask you a simple question: who's the better route runner? They ain't ask you who you train with. Now give the people an answer.
It depends. I'm the greatest route runner of all time.
It depends on what.
I'm the greatest route runner of all time. Of all time.
Say that.
I'm the great. Let me stop. Let me talk. Let me say something. I'm the greatest route runner of all time. There's one receiver. Listen to me, Unc. Stay with me, baby. There's one receiver, and you can. And NFL Films has all the footage that can come to the line of scrimmage, and before the snap of the ball, tell the DB my route and still get open. There's only one person that's ever done that. Let me finish. There's one receiver that before the season started, he had a list of every DB in his locker. It was checking them off week to week. There's only one. I don't care what nobody else did. No, I'm talking about early in my career.
Ocho, I can't ask you no
question. I'm talking about early in my career.
Stay with me, Ocho. Stay with me.
Right.
Stay with me. I'm trying to keep up with you.
The funny thing about it, that's one man. And not only that, and it ain't really bad to lose to that one man, because that one man is one of the greatest to ever play the game. So
he got you, Ocho. Ocho, but just what that would have said about you if you'd have did a number on it.
Huh?
I mean, you heard exactly what I said.
I would have said I got lucky. Because that motherfucker was good, boy. That nigga Revis had the motherfucking patience of Sally Mae. Because ain't nobody paying that money no time soon. But at that line of scrimmage, boy,
he ain't biting that first move.
No.
And he lost. He got. If you look at him the way he's built,
and then he's strong. He's strong, man.
He got long arms, Ocho.
Yeah.
And that first move, he ain't biting. And he just gonna turn and run. And if he do this or this.
And he got that, he put that little arm bar right by your hip, so you really can't go nowhere. And then his ball playing skills was fucking elite.
Yeah.
Elite ball playing skills. Elite.
Yeah. 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 He was good. He was good.
Hey,
I mean, you watch him, his feet. I mean, hey, he ain't opening up too soon. He ain't all that. He said, I see all that head moving, but that waist ain't moving. That torso ain't went nowhere.
There's only one person who had consistent success against Revis, and that was Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson was a phenomenal receiver, especially in the phone booth when it comes to creating separation and making you do something you didn't think he was doing.
Yeah,
Stevie
you got to get him opened up.
Unbelievable.
But it was rare that he opened up too soon.
Very,
because he never bit the first move.
And sometimes he wouldn't even go for the goddamn second one. Yeah, that's why I say, listen, Revis had the patience of Sally Mae, because people ain't paying them loans back no time soon, and Revis is gonna sit there wait for you. He gonna wait for you.
But Sally Mae just wait for you to get a better paying job, and then she gonna come knocking on your door. Hey, I need to get that. Sally Mae said, I ain't bothering you that little first job because I know that's the little starter job. It's just like your first house, Ocho. Everybody they got them a starter house. Sally Mae said, I'm gonna wait till that second or third job when you get that big payday, and then I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send those notices out.
Oh, that was a good one.
Peltzer 17 asked, how many rings would you have won now in how many rings would you have now in a league like this? Oh, let me go back. Rod, he also asked, who was the better route runner, me or Whit? Really, dude?
Wait, no, you was a different type of tight end than Whit. Come on now. Dude, let's understand the game now.
I got drafted as a wide receiver, and they moved me to tight end, but I could still maneuver like I ran bang eights, I ran comebacks, I ran digs. They put me outside. I ran sluggos, I ran speed out. How many tight ends you think, even in today's game, they hitting 10, roll to 12? How many of them running a comeback? How many of them running a dig? How many of them running a dagger? How many of them running a shake route? I could literally run the route tree, Ocho.
Yeah, I know. I know you can.
That's not even a fair comparison to ask a guy that was 228, could a guy 250 run better routes than me.
Talk your talk now. Talk your talk. I'm with you when you're right. One thing about it, I'm with you when you're right. I ain't gonna argue the fact, man. I didn't see you now.
Nah,
I got the film.
Witten had an unbelievable career, but ain't no tight end. Not no routes. Because you got to realize I spent a lot of time outside the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm running. What tight end running bang eights?
Right now, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. I got a question. He's just a big body with great hands. I would think about Jimmy Smith. What do you think about Jimmy Smith? Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Graham. Jimmy
was a big body. He wasn't a route runner.
That's why I said that. That's the first thing.
I look at guys like Jimmy. He was kind of like Mark Chimera, Ben Coates, Bavaro. They play bumper cars. They look into banging into somebody and bump off them. Right. I ain't trying to let you touch me. I'm trying. Hey, I'm shaking. Whoop. Hey. You ain't getting none of that. You ain't finna touch me. Right. Bro, I'm only 228. Right. Bro, I can't let you get your hands on me.
Right.
Now, if you a safety or DB, I'm gonna throw your little ass out the way. But if you a linebacker, I ain't trying to let you get your hands on me. Right. I'm not gonna let you square me up. And I always say, I'm always playing on Ocho. I'm playing half a man. Because if I let I can't let you do this. It's like here and I'm here, or you here and I'm here. But I'm not gonna let you square me up. You're not gonna hit me in my breastplate. No, I'm always playing on half a man. And that's what I tell the guys now. Play half a man.
Yeah.
Not the whole A. Make sure you understand. You want him to be half the man that he could be.
Right. And you know what's funny? When I think about it, there are some receivers, big body receivers, that enjoy where they really don't have the physical tools or the DNA to play half a man because they really can't get around nobody. That want the engagement. I've seen T.O. do it. I've seen Brandon Marshall do it. You ever seen that pull and tug?
Yes.
You know how strong you got to be to have a pull and tug and still remain within the timing of an offense?
Yeah. My brother would have liked that.
I tried to pull that pull and tug shit off one time. Unc, I tell you no lie, I was on the sideline.
Nah, Ocho. Man, you definitely got to play half a man.
The DB rolled my ass all the way to the sideline. I said, you know what? I ain't watching the big niggas no more, man. I ain't watching the big receivers no more.
No, you can't, Ocho. You need to be in order to play through the contact.
Right.
You need to be at least 220.
Man, listen, I might have been 180 at best.
guys like you said, Julio,
Yeah.
T.O., Brandon Marshall, Megatron.
But it's crazy. Megatron too. Dog, I don't understand.
Megatron was 240 though.
It's crazy. I'm talking about they would let the DB get hands on them, like let them get hands on them and grab in between the shoulder pads and just tug and pull whichever way they want to go.
Yeah.
And be open every time. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah. Because what you do when you do that, when you pull him, you launch yourself forward.
Right.
That's just like a DB. If you notice, sometimes DB grab you by the hip and undercut the route because they slow you down and launch themselves forward.
Forward, yeah.
So you have to, because I did that a lot.
Yeah.
Get beat on the block, grab the guy by his waist. Next thing you know, I'm in front of him. Like, man, how you do that? Don't worry about it. You'll see it on film.
The tricks of the trade.
Richard Sherman also said Stevie Johnson was the hardest receiver to cover.
Yeah. Stevie was shifty. And any tall, long, lanky corners like Richard Sherman, or even in today's game, I'm thinking about Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
he would pose problems for anybody because you not
anybody
getting no hand. You not getting
those guys are striders.
You missing. Everybody in the chat, y'all remember and1, right? You remember the and1 basketball?
Yeah.
That's exactly how Stevie Johnson got off the ball. Him and Keenan Allen. Oh my God, man, saucy.
Hey, I don't know what you was in the league when Deontay Hall from Kansas City.
Man, remember what he did to the Broncos?
I was there. What you mean? What he did?
Oh, you was on. That was a kick return, a punt return.
Punt return.
Man, the human joystick. Human joystick.
Go back and look. He caught a hitch route. He juked by 12 guys. Had guys running into each other like looking like Keystone Cops. Google that play. That was against us in Mile High.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Damn. That was also the game Portis hit him up for like 200 and had 5 touchdowns. Check this out, Ocho.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards says he could be the first NBA and NFL player. Ant-Man, I think I might be the first. Fernie Marco, he sat down and did an interview with Fernie Marco. Fernie Marco asked, are you going to do it? Ant-Man, I'm going to try. First, I got to handle my business in the NBA. Minnesota, we won a championship. After that, we'll figure it out.
How tall is Anthony Edwards? About what, 6'8", 6'7"?
No, he's 6'4", 6'5".
That's it?
That's it.
So then he would have to play receiver. But he'd get banged up, boy.
6 foot. Ocho.
He'd get banged up.
Ocho, I don't know what got y'all crying about fouls in the NBA.
Right.
Just imagine when y'all shoot a jump shot, y'all concerned about coming down on somebody's foot.
Right.
Can you imagine you jump your ass up in the air, they're gonna snatch you out the sky?
Yeah, especially that tall. That's a big target though. But maybe Anthony Edwards is built different. You know, maybe in high school he might have been a 5-star recruit coming out. Obviously, I'm not sure if that would actually translate into the NFL, but still, he's a dog at what he does, especially NBA. That's that boy. That boy. I'm just not sure if it would translate the way he thinks it is, or would mentally. It's a different animal. It's a different animal once you get to that NFL now, especially when you're that big.
And everybody says, oh, he could play. Bro, do you understand? Look, I was in the league. Deion's a year older than me. So Deion came in 89. I came in 90. Yeah. I was also in the league with Bo. So to say you think somebody can do it versus actually seeing somebody do it.
Right.
But I think basketball is a little bit because I don't know how often you go to NBA games, but you go watch the NBA games. You watch the 8th and 9th guy shoot the basketball.
Yeah.
And they don't miss.
Yeah.
They'll make 10, 11 shots in an effing row.
Right.
But the mindset to be a football player and deal with that physicality. You thought the NBA was physical back in the 80s and 90s, and even though they've relaxed a lot of the rules in the NFL,
right?
That's a different animal. That's a different animal, though, Ocho. And that's what I tell guys. I said, look, I'm not trying to shortchange your talent because I believe you're talented. Now, a lot of these guys might have played football. Matt Barnes played football, but he gave it up to focus on basketball. And that's what most of these guys did. Once they got to like the 8th or the 9th grade, they gave it up. So they didn't play anymore, played the last 3 years of high school, didn't play. If they went to college, didn't play. And then all of a sudden you think you're just going to like pick it up?
Yeah. It just, his mental capacity and the way he built, the way he thinks, based on his background, based on his upbringing, he truly believes he could transition and do it. He truly believes that. Is it a reality, or is it even possible? Probably not. But the way he operates and that with that dog mentality, he has the makeup to be able to do it in the DNA. but it just obviously it's too late. It wouldn't even be possible because football and basketball, it run during the same time.
Yes.
Hey, and to speak to your fact, and my knowledge of the game of basketball is not where it should be, but I'm going to a game. We're gonna
get you
finally.
working on that though.
Listen, I'm going to a game this Monday. Me and Doug, we going to I'm sitting courtside for the Lakers and Philly game.
Okay.
In Philly. So I'm excited. It's my first game in 3 years.
Watch those guys. Just watch them warm up and watch how effortless they shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And guys will make 7, 8, 10. They'll make 7 threes in a row. And you like, bro.
Yeah.
How you the 10th guy and you didn't miss?
Yeah. But who do I watch? Because the Philly playing the Lakers playing Philly.
Well, they got Joel Embiid.
Hey, that boy nice.
They got Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey been balling out of his mind. Yeah. Well, obviously, the Lakers, LeBron and AD, Reed.
Yeah.
I mean, but just
AD playing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull him aside because he need a nutritionist. I need to holler at AD. I get it right.
The last time he played, that's his second game in the first 15, with the 13 games that he's gone scoreless in the second half. But
is there a reason?
I don't know what the reason is. All I know is the Maverick has one of the worst interior defenses in basketball, and he had 0 points.
Well, maybe he was kicking the ball out all the time. See, I know that's my basketball lingo. He was kicking the ball out.
Ocho, I ain't kicking nothing out. Right. It's like what you said. When you got somebody and you can beat them, you ain't telling Carson, hey Carson, go and feed TJ. Go ahead and feed. No, you give me that. Hey, give me that.
Right. Okay.
I ain't kicking nothing out.
I see where you're going.
But
isn't that selfish? Is it selfish if the team is winning and there's an open man, you don't want to dish it out, you don't want to kick it out?
But you're asking an awful lot for an almost 39-year-old to carry it. This is supposed to be Anthony Davis's team.
Right.
This is what it's supposed to be now.
I remember LeBron saying that, remember?
Yeah. But you can't. Yeah. But you got to take it.
Right.
You got to take it. Okay, I wanted to be John Elway's go-to guy. Right. I took it. I made him in practice. I made it the way I practice, and come game time, he know he gonna catch it or it's gonna be incomplete.
Well, what if his mentality is not like that? What happens, just for the sake of the argument, a hypothetical question?
Yeah.
What happens if Anthony Davis had a Kobe Bryant's type mentality?
He'd be the best player in the NBA.
A Ja Morant. He'd be the best player.
He'd be the best player.
A Derrick Rose type mentality. Allen Iverson. He
would be the best player in the NBA. And that's the difference. When I was talking, me and you was talking about earlier about a mindset. Yes.
Right.
You see how important the mindset is?
Right.
Ocho, I played my entire career.
Can he transition into that type of mindset, or is it too late?
Ocho, you're 12 years in. Ocho, you born with that. You think Kobe developed that once he got to the NBA?
No. That start when you're little. That start when you're little. That killer mindset. You don't even know you got it. It's just the way you approach the game.
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious.
I was the youngest of all my cousins. Like, my sister's the oldest of all my cousins on my mom's side. My sister's the oldest. And so Arnell is next to her, who's 7 years older than me. Eugene was 6 years old, rest his soul. My brother's 3 years, my cousin's 2 years. And so we playing. They calling travel. They doing everything. I had to develop a mindset. I said, I want to play. I'm tired of being picked last. I'm a throw in, Ocho. Okay, if you get the best player, you also got to take the worst player, which is me. Man, I got tired of that, Ocho.
Right.
So I developed the mindset. No. Going to the park, I'm the last guy picked. Okay. Now everybody waiting. Hey, we're gonna take Sharpe.
Right.
And so that's the mindset you got to have. And like I said, I played my entire career. And ladies and gentlemen, I weighed 228 pounds. You not finna beat me all day long, Ocho.
Right.
Be it Strahan, be it Reggie. I got to win some of these battles.
Right.
I ain't saying I'm gonna win them all, but I got to win some.
Hey, Strahan was strong.
Man, straight lock. Was he? Man, straight. Hey,
like
it was
Reggie
hard.
Like Reggie White with that one arm.
Reggie was a different animal.
Okay.
Reggie was throwing 350-pound men. So what the hell you think? I had to trick him. had to take a false step and cut him off.
Right.
But like, we got to the Super Bowl. I really didn't like the cut,
right?
Especially like a guy like them, because the last thing I want to do is
It's
injure this man.
Right.
But it was the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl, Ocho.
You said, fuck it, huh?
I had to get it. I'm sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry. I was cutting everything, Ocho. I was cutting everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a disadvantage, man. You had a complete disadvantage.
But
man.
Reggie was ungodly strong.
Right.
Bruce was strong. Bruce, you have to understand, Brucey played basically, he got all those sacks basically in a 3-4 defense. So Reggie was a 5 tech. I mean, Bruce was a 5 technique.
Right. That's crazy.
He got 200 sacks basically, with the exception of maybe the last couple of years in Washington. He was a 5 tech.
Right. Hey, Reggie, remember Dexter Manley?
Yeah.
I
think Dex was gone by the time I don't think I played against him. I played against Charles Mann in Washington. Okay. They had a good team. They had a good team. I think we played them the year after they won the Super Bowl in '91. I think that's when we played them. Okay. I think we played them there. We played them in the old RFK Stadium. It was a dump too. It was Ocho. I don't know if you saw this video. Did you see this guy made a raccoon soup? And he made it with all the ingredients that I told you: bell pepper, onions. Yeah.
I saw it on Twitter. So I want you to do me a favor.
You want to try it with me?
Absolutely not. No.
No. Oh, hold on. Time out. I got to get a timeout. I got to get a full timeout, Ocho. You'll suck toes, but you won't eat no coon.
Whoa. Let's rewind that. Let me rewind this again and let me press play. You mean to tell me you'll eat some raccoon soup, but you ain't gonna suck no toes? No, sir. Boy, raccoons eat out the garbage. Raccoons eat everything. Come to me, but you won't suck on no toes that's clean. Just had a pedicure.
I tell you what, a chicken and a hog is nastier than a raccoon. Look it up.
Yeah, I know about that. I know about that. But listen, they all nasty. They all nasty. They all nasty.
I ain't need no toes.
You ain't got to eat it. All you doing is taking some ice, crushed ice.
You got a sprained toe or something? I'll give her some crushed ice for a sprained toe.
No. You start with that pinky toe. You play it like the flute, like you Andre 3000.
No.
Yeah.
I was never in the band. And if I were in the band, I wasn't going to play the flute. I was going to play the trumpet or the trombone. So, no. Hey, Ocho, look, I'm talking about Ocho, Unc and Ocho.
Yes, sir.
Exotic eating. We going all over the country.
All over the world?
Eating armadillo, possum, raccoon, turtle.
We got to show. That sounds like some goddamn Fear Factor shit. Now I do that because one thing I try anything once.
Yeah,
anything try once. Now I'm talking about food. I'm talking about food. I ain't
I'm about to pause you. I'm about to pause you. You on your own.
Let me clarify.
Because you out here talking about you a trisexual. Talking about you try anything. Oh no.
Nah. Only thing I know is tricycle. And I ain't rode one of them since 1983.
But that thing looked good though. You got to admit it looked good. The way he had that thing, it had some cornbread.
It looked good, but would have been better is if we were to have a show like that, we would travel the world and try exotic foods or exotic delicacies, or whatever it might be. You can't tell me what it is, because if you tell me what it is, then mentally I ain't gonna be there. If you don't tell me it's raccoon soup, just give me the soup and let me try it, and then I'll be okay.
See, I already got you psyched out. See, I want some pig ear sandwich with old pig ear sandwich, that brioche bread and mustard. I want pig ear sandwich. I want some greens with pigtails in them.
Okay, now I eat pigtails. I eat pigtails. I eat pig feet. Now pig ear and pig tongue.
Another tail you eat too, but anyway.
Huh?
I ain't
you don't eat the tail?
We got a lot of music questions, Ocho. Donnie donated. Oh, we moving on. Donnie donated $20.
Oh, you got off that topic quick, huh?
Uncle 85. What music did you listen to before the game during your career?
Boy, them boys hated me. And I'm not sure if any of my former players or former teammates are in this chat, but boy, they hated me. We had a surround sound system, right?
Yeah.
And game day, seniority rules. Seniority rules. Whoever get to that surround sound system first, that is the music you get to hear.
Well, you had on Ocho.
Man, Unc, I had Frank Sinatra playing. I had blues, classical music playing. Unc, I had gospel playing. And they come in there hollering, screaming, man, get this bullshit off the goddamn. We trying to get ready for a game. And man, shit, put your earphones on. Put your earphones on. Because for me, Unc, I done did so much shit talking through the week, through the media, playing around, giving the other team bulletin board material. The last thing I needed to be on game day was rah, rah, rah. I needed to be relaxed in a nice, calm, and quiet mental state, because now I got to go out there and perform and back up all that shit I done talked during the week. So I needed that classical music. I needed that jazz. I need to hear Frank Sinatra. So I was in a calm state. So I went out there and I was able to execute and back up all that shit I talked. Man, they hated me, man. They hated it.
I was the exact same way. Michelle Ochocinco was 1. Mm-hmm. Maxwell was 2. Sade was 3.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ocho, I couldn't listen to that get me up because I'm already amped. Yeah. Man, my heart be about to explode. So I needed something to calm me down. Mm-hmm. Man, you know what Michael Parsons said? He took that C4 powder. Mm-hmm. Ocho, I took some of that before the game. The guy's like, man, Sharpe, take this. Ocho, I like to pass out, Ocho.
Serious? You took too much, huh?
Ocho, I'm already amped. I'm already a guy that gets going.
Naturally.
Yeah. Ocho, I ran down there on kickoff. I missed. Man, I was on that oxygen for about 10 minutes, Ocho.
And you was in Denver, so you already sitting high, huh?
Already. I say never again. Listen to some music. Listen to that music. Everybody, I was at height. Well, see, when I was in Baltimore, Mysticals. I remember when Mystical came out.
Oh yeah, he was hot then, boy.
Danger. Back then,
yeah, he was hot.
Here I go.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Yeah, he was hot. He was hot.
Man. And then Ray coming out there. Any dogs in the house? I said, man, y'all on this one. Y'all in the back. I said, yeah, they over there.
Listen,
I couldn't do it, Ocho.
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy, man. I wish that's somebody. I know I'm going off topic a little bit based on the question that was asked. Or I already answered though. Ray Lewis, Lorenzo Neal, Denzel Washington, and Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I wish people would have had the opportunity to talk to these individuals. Just say if you have an issue in life, and if they was therapists, the way they can command the ear when they talk, man, it's something. They should have been preachers. Lorenzo Neal, man, I haven't seen Zoe in so long. Zoe, if you see this, man, I love you. And Ray, Ray and I, this is the funny thing. Ray and I, we read a scripture every morning for a decade straight, every Sunday. And the funny thing about it is when we play the Ravens, we would read a scripture together at 10 o'clock. And then we'll meet up at the 50 before the game. And then we go on the field and he be knocking, oh man, I'm like, Ray, this me, baby. It was so funny, man. That's some of the stuff with the question you asked earlier about what you missed about the game. That's what I miss, man. The competing, the friendships and the relationships that I built throughout the years. And I really miss that. I really, really do, man. Truly do, man. Damn, I miss them boys.
No place _ Holmes donated $20. Ocho, don't embellish. Did Toby Wigiwi? Is that the guy that wrote?
No, Toby Wigway. Toby Wigway.
Wigway. Okay. Yeah. Did he write all the lyrics or did you have some input? Speaking about excessive celebration with Toby. So you didn't do nothing, Ocho?
Nah, he wrote my lyrics. He wrote my lyrics, but it was perfect for me based on who I was. So the lyrics were perfect. So I came with my own lyrics. But the NFL wouldn't clear it. Because when I rap, I like to curse. So we had to get clearance from the NFL because this is a Super Bowl commercial. It's a Super Bowl commercial. So they ain't playing about that.
Oh no,
they ain't playing about that.
Absolutely.
So I went with Toby lyrics because that is his profession. He's really good at what he does. Right. Toby, I appreciate you. I know you're gonna see this. I love you. But I was just grateful. I was grateful for the opportunity to work with one of the best artists in the game today, and it was dope. So right now, I really think I'm a rapper.
Right. Rory donated $20 and said Meg Thee Stallion was on IG jamming Nickelback. What music do you like that would surprise people?
For me, Leonard Skinner.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama. Freebird. Simple Man. Boy.
I thought you talking about the wrestlers, the Freebirds.
No,
Michael
Freebird,
Hayes,
the song.
Terry Gordy.
Nah, if I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? No, Freebird, Leonard Skinner, Freebirds. But yeah. I love me some Skinner.
I thought he was about to ask us a question about Megan Thee Stallion. I was like, I don't know her like that. I mean,
yeah, I don't know Meg either. I don't know Meg.
But she stacked up though. She stacked up. Stacked up like dirty laundry in the dorm room.
She is?
What?
I don't really listen to rap like that.
Better than a swamp raised possum. See, you don't know about this. They get the most swamp raised possum. They bad Ocho. Ooh. Yeah. Now you get them with some good old white potatoes or some yam potatoes. Yeah. And you bake that. You put that joke in the oven.
Yes, sir. No. So I have a question. Would you have any interest in dating Megan Thee Stallion since she stacked up like a possum?
I'm good. No.
Well, you just said a
swamp raised possum.
Oh, a swamp raised possum. So
yeah. They down there to get.
I can hook that up because Meg gonna see this.
No, you can't hook that. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, well, make up your mind now. You can't give someone credit Ocho, based on being stacked up, and then say you don't want to.
Can I give people their flowers, Ocho?
Okay. Well, why you don't want to give Dak his flowers?
Oh Lord,
I'm just saying. Why you giving flowers?
Did I not give Dak flowers last night, Ocho?
Okay, you did. I'm gonna let you slide.
Okay, Danny donated $10. Hey,
what about Danny?
It's not much, but I love you, Chad. It's my B-day, and you have a voice of an angel.
Yeah. Hey,
Danny,
hey,
Lucifer.
Hey, Danny, I appreciate you, Danny. Happy birthday. I'm gonna sing Danny happy birthday.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to my motherfucking dog, my dude, Danny. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, your thing sound good. You hit it. You sound good, huh?
Yeah.
I stayed in range.
Yeah,
normally when I go out of range and I sound crazy because I ain't had no peppermint tea. I got to bring it down. Bring it down a notch. Yeah. Hey, salute you, Danny. Appreciate that $10, homie.
Basically, stay in your talking boys.
I do. Yeah. You're exactly right. Until I get some my vocal coach. She moved to goddamn Netherlands.
Oh, check this out. Jerry Lee donated $50 and asked Unc and Ocho, much love here from the Asian community in Central Valley, California. I need to know, does Chad Ochocinco get more numbers than with you, number 7? Let's get 350. Than you. Does Ochocinco? Oh, does he? Oh, okay. Does Chad Ochocinco get more numbers, which means does he have better numbers, more touchdowns with me, with you than with me? No.
Yes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
You believe that?
Yeah. I really don't understand the question.
He said, do you believe that he's basically asking you, do you believe John Elway would have had better numbers with you than with me?
Well, if John Elway had me, then the numbers that I have right now would probably be double what they are.
Your numbers?
Yeah. You put me in that offense, boy, I would have went crazy.
Nah, you ad-lib too much. Nah, that you ad-lib too much.
I don't ad-lib like that. I can't ad-lib. I did not. How you gonna tell me I ad-lib?
Because I saw you do.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I don't ad-lib. I don't ad-lib unless it's a song playing. I'll call Carson right now.
Now you don't need to call Carson right now. Carson lied too. You think John Elway gonna say something against me?
Huh? Nah, but you can't ad-lib in a time and offense though.
Check this out. Unc Ocho J asked top 5 movies and TV shows guaranteed you'll see in the Black household. Friday, number 1.
Friday number 1.
Friday.
I was gonna go Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights Life, or Coming to America. That's
Harlem
3.
Nights, Life, Coming to America. Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Who will be number 5? Training Day? No.
Yeah, that's too recent. I'm talking about like black cult, like Friday and Life. Those are. I like The Wash with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Penitentiary was a little bit before your time. I like Penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents. That's a good one. No, Boys in the Hood.
Boys for sure.
Anytime Boys in the Hood on
Menace to Society.
Menace to Society. You
now,
said
when you
dead
talk about black
presidents.
TV shows,
You said dead presidents already, right?
Dead presidents. Black TV shows. Martin, In Living Color,
Jamie Foxx,
yeah, In Living Color,
Good Times, Sanford
Good
and Son,
Living Single.
Yeah. Oh, Living Single. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
But you know,
Cosby Show. Cosby Show.
I mean,
classic.
What he got going on, notwithstanding,
right?
You can't deny the man's genius when it comes to that.
I got a question. Hey, for the chat, y'all might be too young for this, but I know you're gonna remember. Please tell me about the episode of the Cosby Show when the opera singer Placido Domingo was on and he sang Bésame Mucho. You probably don't remember, huh? You remember that episode? Oh my God, oh my goodness. Dog, one of the greatest episodes outside of the one where Lil Rudy sang the song on the stairs when they had the baby. I forgot the name of the song that they sang with the whole family perform on the stage. Dog, that was classic. Cosby Show was a really, really good TV series. Really good TV series.
Rudy Huxtable grew up to be some type of woman for herself.
Yeah, Rudy, real deal now. Rudy, real deal.
Okay, now, don't let Rail, don't mess this up, Rail. Talking about you can't be on the show with Unc no more.
Come on now. I'm just saying,
you just let me talk because I don't want Rail to cancel us. Rail hold a lot of power. Rail, we ain't mean no harm. We just chewing the fat. It's just two homies just carrying on.
We just shooting the shit. No,
that's all.
No ill intent.
Rodney Dink is my homeboy. In my opinion, I always felt like you could have played the NBA or triple jump in the Olympic. What do you think? I wanted to be muscles. I wanted to have too much muscles. I couldn't. I got too big, Ocho. I got too big. Yeah, but I was an Olympic triple jumper. Through the desk, long jump, ran on the relay team. Averaged 30 my senior year before the 3-point shot.
Well, you averaged 30?
52 and 3/4. Hit 52 and 3/4. Still got the record.
Well, who you was playing with?
52 and 52. That's what you tell me.
Who you was playing with? I need to see the competition. What you what? What?
Ocho.
Were you a 1A?
When it comes to me, there was no competition. I just want you to know. Check this out, Ocho.
You was
in
1A?
Georgia. Let me explain to you in Georgia. Let me tell you the guys that came out of Class A. Myself, Herschel Walker, George Rogers, Champ Bailey, Garrison Hurst, Shannon Sharpe.
Talk to me,
all those guys.
Yeah.
Double A, was one class up, I think was Tequio Spikes. The only guys now this last crop that's come out, Cam was like upper class, like 4 quad A, 5A, Alvin Kamara. But early on, most of the guys came out of single A football.
But I need to see this 52 you talking about. I need to see the level of competition you was playing against where you
there was no competition, Ocho.
Oh,
there was no competition.
Thank you. Okay.
There was no competition.
Was bad.
I was in a class by myself. Do you understand that?
Okay,
I shouldn't have been in. It was just like Herschel. Herschel had 3,100 yards and 45 touchdowns his senior year. And people say, you see how he looked as a freshman? So imagine that as a freshman, rush for 1,600 yards. What the hell you think he was going to do in high school?
Right. You're right.
Look at George Rogers, won the Heisman Trophy. What the hell you think you're going to do in high school? Look at Garrison Hurst. What the hell you think you're going to do in high school? Champ went to a Class A high school. All the athleticism, he went to Charlton County. We played. Well, I'm way older than Champ, but we played them.
Yeah. I like it. Oh, you better. I'm just saying that 52, boy. That's I gotta check. I gotta check. I gotta see that.
Ocho, check this.
You can hoop. Let's play 1-on-1. If you
Ocho, I played once I got drafted. I played I played one more year after I got drafted.
Right.
I went to my hometown. I say, this is going to be my last time ever playing on this court.
Right.
I said, I'm not losing. I say, y'all put me with any 5 and I'm not losing. I walked out the court undefeated. Never played again. And then that was it. Because I didn't want to run the risk. I didn't want to run the risk of tearing the ACL. Man, Ocho, I didn't do anything that could jeopardize football.
But I'm talking about right now. Play me, since you're so good in basketball. Play me 1-on-1.
Ocho, I haven't shot a basketball in 32 years.
I ain't rode a bike in 40 years, and I can still get on
riding a bike. Oh, Lord have mercy, man.
It's called muscle memory. Either you got it or you don't. Are you that boy that you just told me that dropped 52 back then? So now all of a sudden, you ain't done it in so long, you can't do it. If you a shooter, you can shoot.
Ocho,
are you Steph Curry or not?
No.
Are you Steph Curry or not?
I ain't Chef Boyardee now, let alone Chef Steph.
If you got it, one thing about us, black don't crack and we don't lose it. We just lose opportunity. So either you're going to get on this court and play me one-on-one or you're scared of me.
So now you want to be the man with 2 repaired hips, huh?
So, now you making excuses?
Ain't no
are you making excuses? I don't care if you was in a wheelchair. When we get on that court, I'm finna dunk on your ass.
Ocho, you ain't dunking nothing but donuts.
That too.
Okay. Damn Chaos said, donated $20 and asked Gents, top 5 martial arts actors of all time, dead or alive. What Bruce Lee number
martial
1?
Art, Bruce Lee number 1.
Chuck Norris.
Whoa.
Chuck Norris.
Over Van Damme?
I'm going to go him. Okay. He didn't say give him no particular order.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, Chuck Norris, Van Damme, Bruce Lee,
right?
Jackie Chan.
I was waiting on that one.
And there's
one more. What's the one with Jet Li?
Michael J. White. Michael J. White.
He is in the martial arts. What's the other guy from Jet Li, the movie Jet Li? I don't know.
Jet Li. That's him.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah. Jet Li.
Okay. Yeah. Jet Li.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Michelangelo.
Jose Jalapeno on a stick donated $10 and said, hey, Ocho, I've been trying to challenge Ocho on Xbox to a game of FIFA, but he's been ducking me. So I figured this is the best way to contact him. Love you guys. Please don't stop making the show. So Jose Jalapeno on a stick say you've been ducking him. He said he want that smoke on FIFA.
Well, technically, how I know Jose on a smoke jalapeno ain't really serious about no goddamn FIFA. It ain't even called motherfucking FIFA no more. It's called EAFC. So that let me know he's sorry as hell.
He said he want to beat you on whatever it's called. FIFA, whatever you call it.
He gonna lose to me. He gonna lose to me because he even saying the title right. He know how to find me. Anybody in the gaming world knows my gamer tag and they know how to find me. I ain't hard to find.
You scared?
Child, please.
You scared?
I ain't hard to find.
You scared? I mean, I find I know
even if I'm scared, I ain't hard to find. All you gotta do is pull up.
What you running from? So what else you want to talk about?
Same reason you want to play me one-on-one.
Ocho, I have
same reason. I don't care about your surgeries. I don't care nothing about your hip. Play me one-on-one. I don't want to hear none of all them excuses.
The last time I shot a basketball, I weighed about 212 pounds. I'm about 247, and I'm a lot more muscle bound now than I was then.
What does muscle have to do? Dwight Howard muscle bound too. He ain't made no excuse.
And he can't shoot worth a lick.
Well, you better go to the hoop. You better go to the hoop and try to lay it up. Go to the hoop and try to lay it up.
Ocho. See, all I'm gonna do is dribble just like this here.
That's fine. I'm coming up right up under it, and I'm stealing the ball. Next.
Oh Lord.
Next.
Ocho, you can't play no basketball. You didn't play basketball in high school.
Yo, did you not listen to me when I told you multiple shows ago? The NBA players come to train with me to help with their off the ball movement and coming off the dribble.
Yeah. All I know on the all area team, if you go back and look at 85 or 86, I know 2 players made the team. Shannon Sharpe and Purvis Ellison.
I ain't worried about him. I'm talking about 2023. I want to play one-on-one at it. I come to LA. Get your camera crew so we can have some footage. We Nightcap. Ocho versus
I tell you what.
one-on-one.
I'll play you in the basketball. You come in the gym and work out with me.
We're
gonna put some weight on there.
I'm boxing right now. I cannot lift any weights.
They got to do with it. Look at Holyfield. Holyfield lifted. Mm-hmm.
Please understand. Please understand. I cannot lift weights. I can only do band work right now and light work.
The inability to do something. Chad Ochocinco Johnson has the ability.
I cannot lift heavy weights right now because I have a fight coming up. That ain't got
nothing to do with me.
All right.
I cannot shoot light basketballs right now. You understand? I'm training for something.
Yes, you can.
Okay, then.
What you training for?
You scared.
You training for Mr. Are you training for Mr. Olympia?
Ooh. I'm trying to put these little pythons around your neck. I'm about to pull a Draymond on you. First thing I see, I put that Draymond on you. You see that right there?
Nah. Ain't gonna happen.
Go to sleep.
Ain't gonna happen.
Go to sleep.
Beat
you down. Beat your old man down too. Yeah. Ben Steelers donated $50 and asked, if you guys switch positions in your career, who would have excelled better in a new position? Also, when are you bringing Laporte down here to Canada? Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. First of all, Ocho, see, I played wide receiver at least for 2 months. He ain't never played tight end.
What you mean? I played running back.
I played running back. We tight end in the NFL.
Well, I ain't built to be no tight end, so it's a hypothetical question that just really don't make no sense. But honestly, I'm just a better player all around. So regardless of what position I would play, obviously it would be me.
No.
Common sense tell you that.
No, common sense.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I played tight end? Man, give me
to throw your little ass all over the place. You only weigh $150.
No. I got, obviously, hypothetically speaking, I would be 228. 228 with these feet. Shit.
Wow, you ain't gonna have no feet at 228. I promise you that. You ain't gonna have no feet at 228. No, you're not. You might have better feet than what I had, but you ain't having the feet that you had when you played. Not at that weight.
Yeah, you're right.
But you gonna come work out with me?
Yeah. But I can't lift too heavy. You
so when is the boxing exhibition?
February.
Okay, once that over with,
yeah,
we're gonna put some weight on.
Once it's over with. Matter of fact, I can show. Matter of fact, when y'all edit, when we talk about edit, the people can find the pictures where I was about 205. And they online, I was huge. I was about 205. I was huge. I was about your size.
You never bench 225. You can't bench 225. Couldn't.
There's footage on Twitter and Instagram of me benching 315.
No, sir.
This is when I was big. I'm serious. It might have been 2018. I looked like a fucking tight end. I was huge.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
All right, you'll see. Somebody gonna pull somebody gonna edit. Somebody gonna pull it. I was huge.
Any more questions? What you want to talk about, Ocho? We got like 5 more minutes to go.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling good today too. I've been talking like crazy.
I mean, you got really. I mean, you got really. Oh, Pro Football Focus had Allen Lazard drop percentage on target passes at 20%. The next worst is Van Jefferson at 18%.
Was Van Jefferson ever a healthy scratch? No.
Oh yeah. Remember they went out and got Odell with Van Jefferson there. Puka Nakua is playing in front of him. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he's been a healthy scratch.
Nah, ain't no healthy scratch.
Ocho, look, what you doing is that you shooting the harbinger, which is the messenger, which is me.
No. But your message is wrong. You got the right message, but the wrong messenger, because what you're saying is not the reason why he was a healthy scratch. He's a healthy scratch because he dropped balls. That don't even make no goddamn sense.
Why you beat up the mailman for delivering the bills? You the one that got them people ish.
No.
You beat me up because all I did do my job.
Because you're saying he's a healthy scratch for the wrong reason. That's not the reason.
I'm just telling you what was reported.
But so you believe everything you read? Do you believe everything you read?
So let me ask you a question.
Do you believe everything you read?
Why wasn't he in uniform and he's
That's
healthy?
why that's the first thing I said. It's probably something internal that we don't know about, and goddamn, whoever reported it just motherfucking guessing, oh, this is the reason, when that ain't even the goddamn reason, and we running with it when I know that's probably not it.
Ocho.
I guarantee that, because I ain't never heard of a healthy scratch. You know what? He dropping too many balls. Let's bench him. What?
The internal issue is that he hadn't played well.
That's not it.
Oh, hold on. Robert Saleh, when asked why Allen Lazard was a healthy scratch, he know his play is not up to standard. Robert Saleh, Josina Anderson just reported. Robert Saleh on why Allen Lazard was a healthy scratch. He knows his play is not his standard.
Well, if that's the goddamn case, whoa. If Robert Saleh, let me finish. I'm gonna let you go. If Robert Saleh said Allen Lazard's play is not up to standard, so he was a healthy scratch, they should have forfeited the whole fucking game because the whole offense ain't been up to standard since the season started. They should just forfeited the game because ain't nobody offensively done shit, so they should have forfeited the goddamn game instead of playing the Dolphins. I'm just saying, if that's the excuse you want to lead with, if that's the excuse Robert Saleh want to get a motherfucking media, that's some bullshit. Bench your goddamn body.
I'm taken aback by this. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, if that's what he want to say, his play isn't up to standards. Well, neither is the other motherfucking 10 on the goddamn field.
Wow.
Bench everybody.
Wow.
That scapegoat.
I think you owe, first of all, I think you owe me an apology. You owe me an apology.
I love you. I love you, but I'm speaking my feelings. I'm speaking my feelings on that bullshit excuse coach just used. Allen Lazard is the goddamn scapegoat because shit ain't going well. But you know what? Whoa. I gotta find a way to get the heat off of. I gotta find a way to put the heat on somebody. Oh, you know who we gonna pick on?
No.
We're gonna pick on motherfucking Allen Lazard.
You told me. You made me come out here and give Jalen Hurts and give Dak Prescott an apology. I want my apology.
What am I
when I tried to tell, no, you apologize because you called me a lie. You say you big bald head black lie. Now I want an apology, and I know the people in the chat. People, let's get a thing. Do y'all want Chad to give me an apology?
I think the people because he's been very the people in the chat, they better be on my side and see through the bullshit they doing over there in New York.
Ain't no bull jive.
Oh, that's bull jive. Oh, his play hasn't been a standard. Well, who motherfucking play has? Who play over there has? In week 10, name me somebody who played in New York. Hold on, Ocho. Has been up to standard.
Ocho, what you just told me when I said you got to have a belief, you say it's your job to do your job. Why are you worried about what somebody else is doing other than Allen Lazard? Let's talk about him. I'm just going by what you said.
Based on what the coach said Allen Lazard play wasn't up to par. That's why he was healthy scratch. And then my next bit was, well, who the fuck play has been up to par?
I'm talking about him.
Okay. This is a team game. It's a team game, ain't it? It's a team game.
I'm just waiting on my apology.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, thank you. That's all you had to do.
But still, boy, Robert Saleh, I think he's slick, boy.
They want him to apologize.
Don't try to put that on my dog. Don't try to put that on my dog. Oh, his play up the. Well, goddamn it, who play has been up the par? Who?
Yes, and the fans say like you supposed to have apologized, and he did, and I appreciate that.
Child.
I don't try, please. I try to tell you, Ocho.
Listen, I see the little game. I see the games they playing over there in New York. I read through all the little bullshit. I see what they trying to do. I see what they trying to do.
You, if I tell you,
I see what they trying to do.
If I tell you Duck smokes cigarettes, check his wing. He got a pack up under there. So when I tell you so, believe it.
I know you. How do you not see what they trying to do? How do you not see what they trying to do?
I see what you're trying to do.
How do you not see what they trying to do?
I see what you're trying to do.
We got to find a scapegoat. You know what? Let's put it on.
Does Ocho owe Unc an apology? 75%.
Let's put it on Allen Lazard. You know, get some of the heat off the head coach, or get some of the heat off Zach Wilson, or get some of the heat off Boyle. Guess what? Listen, stay with me now. Guess what's gonna be the headline? Oh, what? Allen Lazard benched because he was a healthy scratch. That's all they're gonna talk about. Yeah. Watch. I guarantee that's all they're gonna talk about.
Yeah, you over there talking about I'm appalled that somebody would say that about Allen Lazard.
They think they slick over there in New York trying to put that. They think they slick.
Desmond Bynum donated $10 and said help Savannah in the house. Appreciate that, Des Waugh Bynum. Which state produces the best NFL players, Georgia or Florida?
Florida.
I close.
I give.
It's close. Y'all got
Florida. Okay. Because you talk about it's close. I mean, y'all got some talent come out of there now. No disrespect, but y'all got some dogs now. But Florida, boy, it's something in the water, boy.
It is. It's something in the water at Georgia. That's why them Bulldogs kicking. What y'all Florida schools doing now?
Huh?
What the Florida schools doing? Them Georgia Bulldogs.
That wasn't the question. The question was asked. Okay, yeah, stay
in Georgia. I've been in Florida. But you know, hey, look. I mean, you know, Georgia, Florida, Texas, California, then probably Ohio, something like that.
Yeah.
But we in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. That's definitely y'all top 5. You didn't mention Texas, did you? Texas got the boys too.
Georgia, Florida, Texas, Cali, Ohio. Okay. Louisiana is up there too, the boot. The boot got them too now. Yeah. But it's the southern states where it's warm damn near year round. We get out there barefooted, no shirt. We running around on them dirt road or that black asphalt. We get used to that. We get used to that. Right. Ocho, 75% say you owe me an apology.
My goddamn, I done apologize already. Now
I didn't say. Did y'all like Ocho apology? Do y'all think he meant it?
I ain't got nothing to do with that now. Now I done apologize already.
Whoa! An apology is
right.
So I just want you to know the best apology is change behavior. So don't you question Unc. What else we got? What else we got? We have another question in the Ash.
Oh shit! Hey, that was funny. Yeah, New York media. I know y'all gonna see this. Y'all ain't slick. I ain't gonna let you pull the wool over my eyes. You can pull it over everybody else.
Since most top 50 NFL draft picks by home state since 2019. Texas is number 1, 35, right? Florida is number 2 at 29. Georgia is number 3 at 26. California is number 4 at 19, and Louisiana is number 5 at 14.
I love how we capped it off at 2019. I mean,
no, I'm saying what you want to go back to 1950?
Nah, go to 2000. 2009.
Lord. Man, ain't nobody got all. Man, we have to go. Yeah, you see what it is. It's only 3. It's close. You tried to make it seem like y'all had 50 and we got 10. It's close. I told you. I said it's close.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not surprised by Texas, given how big Texas is.
Texas is huge. Right.
Yeah.
Good high school football. Good high school football down there.
Texas probably got more people than Georgia and Florida combined. Yeah. So I'm not surprised.
Right.
But I'm surprised that California, because California got 40 million people. It got more people than anybody in the state. Yeah. So I'm surprised that they don't have more. Aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. When I think about California, for some reason, all the linemen and the quarterbacks come from California.
They do.
All the linemen and the quarterback come from California. Yeah. We have skill position here and there, but more so from the South. All the skill position players come from. And every blue moon, you sprinkle a nice legit one. Yeah, because you get C.J. Stroud, he's from California. You get Bryce Young, he's from California. Yeah. It's funny. It's always been like that. Yeah, and he's not. I think Caleb Williams. I think he's from D.C. Okay, DMV area. That's what I think he's from. Yeah, I think so. He's not from Cali. He just went to Oklahoma first and then transferred with the coach out there. Guys, thank you for tuning in for our special episode of Nightcap, even though it's Daycap. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like button. Make sure you got to get us to 350 by Monday. Where are we? You get 335? Let's go. 350. Okay. We're 8 subs away from 335,000, Ocho. 8 subs away. Yeah, so we're gonna be and we got Sunday, Monday. We got 2 shows. So we got Saturday. So we got to average about 15. We got to average about 5,000 a day in order to get that number. It's going to be very, very special because our end goal is obviously to get 1 million subs. We got to get 1 million. That's our goal. Yeah. And then 2 more questions. Yeah. In fact, did you hear from the doctor yet? About what? What you mean about what? I don't talk. What you call him? Say Hayes McClendon donated $10. I want to give you Unc and Ocho much respect for putting in work. My question for both of you is: was DBs okay? What DBs gave y'all fits in your day playing? Well, the guy I think that made me come to player I am is Albert Lewis. Long, 6'2". He was 6'2". Could play inside, could play outside. Came from Grambling State. Feathery. He constantly gave me a different look. He made me. He forced me to become what I became because I knew if I could beat him, I could beat anybody. Right. And so he had the most impact that says, okay, in order for you to be what you think you can be, you have to consistently beat him. Right. And I knew I was legit when he was in Kansas City and the Raiders signed him. He was their number one free agent because I was cooking the Raiders. Yeah. They had nothing. Nobody could do anything with me. T-Mac, Eddie Anderson, none of them. Washington, none of them. They couldn't see me. I cooked them all. So they went and got Albert. Right.
He slowed me down, but he ain't stopped me.
Stop me.
He slowed me down, but he ain't stopped me. Which, Michael asked, better safety, Steve Atwater, Troy Polamalu, Ronnie Lott. They're all different.
Different.
Because you do realize Ronnie came in as a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie was an all-pro at corner.
Yeah.
So people don't realize that. He moved to safety.
Mm-hmm.
They were different. Atwater was a true strong safety.
Strong safety. Like Brian Dawkins.
Like B-Dog. Although Troy was so skilled, he lined up everywhere. He'd be at the line of scrimmage and he's supposed to be in the hole, or he's supposed to be in the 2 deep. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, why? I mean, my last year was his rookie year because he and Ed, if I'm not mistaken, came out the same year.
Yeah.
No, Ed came out my last year. Troy came out with Detroit. Did they both come out in 2003? I think I played against Ed 1 year. I think I played against Troy 1 year too. It might have been. Did one come out in 2002 and one other came out in 2003? Or both came out in 2003? Both came out in 2003? Troy came out in 2003. Ed came out in what? 2002? I think Ed came out in 2002. Because Ed, I didn't play with Ed. I left Baltimore after the 2001 season.
Right.
And I think, so what year did Ed come out? 2002. Ed came out in 2002. Mm-hmm. But for me, the best safety that I ever broke down, that I ever played against, that I ever saw was Ed Reed.
Yeah. For me was Ed and Troy. Ed and Troy. Yeah. Unbelievable. And the fact of the matter was they did things, I call it exotic coverages. They did things that were very confusing that no other team could do because of the way the defense was constructed. There was no weakness. There was no weakness in the secondary. There was no weakness at the front line. And they did some of the craziest stuff. Just like you mentioned, Troy, we don't know what the damn coverage is because everybody at the goddamn line of scrimmage. Everybody. And as soon as the ball snapped, everybody running to where they supposed to be. And you got to hold the ball because you don't know what's going on. And previously, somebody asked a question about what DB gave you the most fits. And for me, it really wasn't a DB in itself outside of what Revis did. But early in my career, the good battles where I had to tie my shoes tight. Ike Taylor, Lee Bodden, who else, man? Who else?
Chris McAllister used to choke you out.
Listen, Chris McAllister. Like you got to be on your A game. I had to be on my A game every time. I mean, those are some that I can remember. Those battles were really, really good. They were really, really good with them. It was back and forth with them boys.
Yeah, the thing for me, Ocho, is that when we played physical corners, was not getting to a physical battle with them.
No.
Because
I'm
now
gonna lose that every time.
Right, but see, me, I wasn't gonna lose it, but then I forget trying to go. I'm supposed to be out trying to catch a pass instead of just beat the hell up out the DB. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, like we played James Hasty, and Hasty, I know you're gonna see this. Him, bro, I just be like, I mean, sometimes I would just go out there. It's like, hey, I don't even want to catch the pass. I just want to go out there and fight it. I just want to go out there and try to run slap over the top of it. I don't want to don't even throw me. Don't even throw the ball my way. Don't even look at me because I ain't even looking to get open. I'm just looking to run right over. I'm just gonna run. And when he don't move, I'm gonna put my helmet right up on his chin.
Right. Oh, James.
DC, even though we homeboys, it was just something about like, okay, I know he wasn't gonna be dirty with me, and I wasn't gonna be dirty with him.
Right.
But, bro, Kansas City is just like, bro, you at Kansas City, so I know we homeboys. I'm gonna throw that ish out the window for the day. For the day, I ain't gonna cut you. I ain't gonna cheap shot you, but you know you're gonna get this work though.
Oh yeah.
And if I get a chance to crack back, I'm gonna try to deplete you.
You gotta get him out of there. Huh?
I gotta get Ocho, I gotta get him. But they were so different. Troy probably was the most athletic.
Yeah, most definitely.
Ronnie probably had the most impact.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is that when they played back then, Ronnie would have been suspended. Man, you can't hit people like Ronnie was hitting people like Atwater was hitting people.
Then they would have been out the league, suspended. Yes. They would have been out the league.
You see Kareem Jackson. You see how Kareem Jackson is about to miss 6 games.
Again?
That's the way Ronnie. Yes. Oh, let's talk about Ocho. They suspended him for hitting Joshua Dobbs. It was a 3rd and 1, and they ran a quarterback power. Kareem Jackson comes and hits him in his chest with his helmet.
I saw it.
Ocho, you're not afforded the same protection as a runner, as a receiver, or as a quarterback in the pocket. He's a runner. It's 31. You no longer get those protections.
So what do you do? What do you do?
On 31, I'm not going to let you fall forward. And he's like, I'm not, if I hit him in his legs, he's going to fall for the first down. He's like, I'm going to hit him in his mouth.
So as a defender, what do you do? Because they've handicapped the game to a point where it makes no sense, where you can't do anything.
You can't. And my pushback is, as a runner, you're not afforded the protection as a receiver in the air or a quarterback that's in the pocket. You are a runner.
Right.
So how am I supposed, especially, Ocho, we coming this way. It's 31. If I tackle you at the legs, what you going to do? You're going to fall for the first down.
For the first down.
I'm trying to hit you up top to keep you. That's why like guys tackling the guy around the legs on the 1 yard line.
Right.
He going to fall in the end zone. For
a touchdown. Exactly.
So I'm going to try to keep him getting that first down. I'm going to hit you in your mouth, and you're a runner.
Yeah.
Duck. The advice I got for a quarterback, when you see a safety like Kareem Jackson come barreling down, duck.
Yeah. Makes no
sense. You don't want to get hit slide. I don't know what to tell you.
Makes no sense.
Not in that situation. Not in that situation. No, he's a runner. He's not afforded protections of a defenseless receiver. He's not afforded the protection of a quarterback that's in the pocket. He's running the football. He's a running back. You would have never. The question is, would you ever call that play if it was a running back? No, because that's what Joshua Dobbs is. The moment that he has, it's like a quarterback power, and he tucks that ball in his arm.
He's a runner.
He's a runner.
He's a runner. That's
and
crazy.
So,
NFL has
and me too. I'm a runner too, and I'm trying to run through his ass. Paul, but I'm trying to hit it. That's what he coming. I'm trying to hit him dead in his mouth. You're not gonna get this first down. It's gonna be fourth down. Y'all gotta go for it on fourth. But I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you dead in your chest as hard as I can.
You're gonna get
fined.
You're gonna get suspended too.
Ocho, because what you telling me, if your quarterback, if your coach don't care any more than to have you run it, if he's not protecting you, why should I?
Should I? Exactly.
What did Tom Brady say? It's not the defensive player's job to protect the offensive player.
Offensive players, yeah.
So
the funny
that's what he think of you.
What the NFL is doing is the NFL is now putting the defensive players in harm's way, because now you're gonna start trying to tackle in a way that you can't tackle, a way that you haven't been able to play all your life, and start trying to do something you're not supposed to do, and you're gonna hurt yourself.
And you remember, Ocho, when they started about the heads and guys started hitting guys in the knees and tearing their ACLs.
Tearing their ACLs. You can't win. You can't win for losing.
You can't. You can't
win for losing.
Guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Thank you. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like button and leave your comments. We do read them, and we try to get to as many as we possibly can. And so once we get through the football aspect of it, because we're a football, we're a sports show. And once we get through those, we try to answer as many questions on as many topics. Nothing is off limits. I mean, it might be off limits. Aaron Muhammad said, you would have been an outstanding attorney. Whoop, there it is. I sure would have. Yeah. Thank you for watching, listening to, however you consume Nightcap. This was a very special episode of Nightcap. It was really Daycap, but thank you for tuning in. We'll see you Sunday after the Sunday night football game. I'm your favorite sports Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85. AB is a better route runner.
I love y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Make sure you tell your family to subscribe. You know who the better route runner is. AB, I know you're going to see this, baby. I love you, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think AB got you. AB, the baddest thing out of Liberty City.
Listen, I'm the greatest route runner of all time.
AB, the baddest thing out of Liberty City.
He is.
Okay.
But I'm still the greatest route runner of all time.
That's like being the biggest little person in the circus. What you doing? You in the circus?
I'm the greatest route runner of all time.
I'm going AB. I'm going AB. We're at 335. We're at 335. We're 15,000 away from that lucky number. We're gonna make some people very happy. Remember, Shea by Laportier is pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Thank you. We'll see you Sunday.
I love y'all. Hi, baby.